Good morning. It's depressingly dark today. I don't know how much more of this dark weather I can handle. I haven't had a coffee yet this morning, which is really unlike me. I talked about it in my last video, which if you haven't seen, basically I found that coffee is making me feel a little bit like on edge in the morning. I love my morning coffee normally, but it's definitely making me not feel great on an empty stomach at the moment, so I feel like I need to give it a bit of a rest. So what I have been having instead is a turmeric chai tea. If you see my last video, you would have heard me talk all about this, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it's basically like a turmeric tea bag, and you can either make a turmeric latte or golden milk with it, but I find that quite a lot of milk on in the morning. I don't want that much milk, so I just make it into a tea. So that is what I'm gonna have. Another thing, since I've noticed the coffee's making me feel funny, I'm also waking up really hungry in the morning, and I never wake up hungry in the morning, so I don't know what's going on, but maybe it's just like a seasonal winter thing because it's cold and I just need more fuel in the morning. I don't know, but I'm waking up absolutely starving, so I think I'll make my porridge at the same time. So I'm trying to wean myself off having this in my porridge. If you've seen many of my what I eat videos, you'll know that I sometimes have this on my porridge, and it got to a point where I wouldn't eat my porridge without it, and that's not good, is it? Because this is like full of sugar, so it's not really the best thing to have. So I'm going to save that for treats, and it's probably not a great deal better, but I have maple syrup on a little bit of maple syrup in my porridge, and then berries on top, and that is what I'm going to make right now. Lunch than normal today. I'm going to go and see what IKEA has to offer. What are you going to have, Dan?
Fish and chips.
Without even looking, you know, you're going to
always have fish and chips.
It does always have fish and chips. I don't know what I'm going to have. I'm going to go and see what they've got. I went for the vegetable biryani with veggie balls. Looks nice. Never had it before. Can't come to IKEA and not have cake. How old? Please crash, please crash. So for dinner tonight, I'm making a soup. I've never actually made it before. It's a sweet potato and red pepper soup, and I'm just gonna bung it in the oven to roast with some olive oil, onions, garlic, and I think that's about it. In a roasting tray, olive oil and seasoning for about half an hour or so, and then blend it with some stock, and there was something else in it. I'll have to check the recipe. I will leave it for you, link below, but stay tuned to the end of the video to find out if it's any good before you go off and make it, because it's not one I've tried before. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go on with chopping up the veg. The kids' dinner is in the oven. They need to eat early tonight, so I'm doing theirs separately. So whilst theirs is in the oven, I'm gonna chop the sweet potatoes and the red peppers, and I'll come back to you in a bit. So that's all the veg ready to go in. I'm just going to put some olive oil and salt and pepper on it, and 1 teaspoon of cumin. It doesn't actually have garlic in the recipe, but I think that's madness, so I'm just going to add some garlic in as well, because it can't hurt, can it? So I'll probably just add a couple of peeled cloves of garlic and just let them roast whole, because then they'll just be blended with everything else at the end. So I'm just going to add the extra bits, and then this can go in the oven for about half an hour. So that's all done in the oven and ready to go in the blender. I'm just boiling the kettle for some stock as well, and then I can blend it all together, and that is hopefully going to be a tasty soup, fingers crossed.